Hello students. Today in 6th standard science, in 3rd unit matter around us, we are going to discuss about mixture and its methods of separation. Last class already we learned what is a mixture. Let me say once again, a mixture is an impure substance and contains more than one kind of particles. In the mixture, the components are mixed in any proportion. How can we say means a mixture can be a physical combination of two or more elements. When two or more elements combine, example when we see 22 karat gold which is composed of either gold and copper or gold and cadmium. The second one, it also be a physical combination of two or more compounds. When we see an example, aerated drinks, which is composed of carbon dioxide, water, sweetening and coloring agents. So keep this in mind and we will move on to the separation of mixtures. Before that, we have to know what is the meaning of separation. The process by which the components of the mixture are isolated and removed from each other to get pure substance is called separation. In order to separate what and all we can know, we will be able to know about the original properties and the uses of individual substance. So for these, we need separation. Next is a question. When and why do we need to separate mixtures? Yes, we need, right? When we need to remove impurities or harmful components from the mixtures. When we see, for example, we are picking the stones from rice, right? Because stones are found to be a harmful component. In order to remove the stones from rice, we are using separation. Second is when the useful component has to be separated from other component. Like petrol from petroleum, we are getting very useful component, right? The third one is when a substance has to be obtained in a highly pure form. In order to get in pure form, we are undergoing separation. For example, gold from gold mines. For this, we will move to various kind of methods that are followed during separation process. We may look into these methods one by one. The first part is filtering. We have heard this name in lot of time, right? So whenever your mother prepares tea, she has to filter the residues, right? For that, they will use a strainer. When we use a strainer, we can remove the tea impurities to get a clear liquid. The larger sized particles of the tea will be retained by the strainer while the clear liquid will pass through. This kind of process is called as filtering. The next is sieving. A sieve is similar to strainer and this process is used when we have to separate solid particles of different sizes. For example, when we see the bran from floor, sand from gravel. For example, when we go to the construction sites, we can look there, they will have a wire mesh. Do you see this picture? With this help, they can separate the gravel from the sand. The next is the churning process. When very fine insoluble solids have to be separated from a liquid, as in a butter from curd, churning can be performed. What is the process here? The mixture is churned vigorously when the solid butter will be collected on the sides of the vessel. By this process, both butter and buttermilk is obtained, which are very useful and it can be consumed. This process is known as churning. The fourth one is the threshing. So normally we pluck flowers from plant. We are separating the flowers from the stalks, right? அதாவது அதோட காம்பு. அதிலிருந்து we are separating. Can we do the same for the food grains like rice and wheat? No, it is not possible because the grains are very small in size and also the quantity is very large. So, for this, the farmers separate the grains from their stalks by beating them hard. When you look at this picture, you can find it. We'll be seeing this method, right? So, here the farmers separate the grains from their stalks by heating them very hard. This kind of process is called as threshing. The next separation method is winnowing. The rice, wheat, and other food grains are covered with a husk which cannot be eaten by us. Husk is very light and it gets easily blown away by the breeze or wind. This kind of method, which is used for removing husk from the grain, is called as winnowing. This process is done by dropping the mixture slowly from a height in the presence of wind. When you look into the picture, they are getting raised, right? The things is raised in a height, and when the wind blows, the lighter solids like husk will be carried by the wind, and the other products will be separated like a heap near to them. This process is called as winnowing. Next is a simple separation method, that is hand picking. How do we separate a stone from rice? If the stones are visible from the grain, we can easily pick them by using our hand itself. This process is called as hand picking. Next we shall discuss about magnetic separation. In a mixture containing iron, the magnetic property of iron can be used to separate it from a non-magnetic substances by using a magnet. Substances that are attracted to a magnet are called as magnetic substances. So by this process is called as magnetic separation. Next we shall deal about sedimentation and decantation. Things like rice, pulses are often mixed with straw, husk or any dust particles. For this, when we cook, we have to remove all these things, right? They are harmful to us. So, in order to clean that, what will our mother do? She will wash it with water. During that process, what happens? The lighter impurities float while the heavier rice grains sink at the bottom. This is called as sedimentation. And the water with the impurities is carefully poured down, leaving the clean rice at the bottom. The process of lifting out the dirty water is called as the decantation. So the water with the impurities can be slowly poured out, and this process is called as decantation. Next is also a simple method of separation, that is filtration. Already we learned the filtration process, that is we use a strainer in our home. This is quite a different one. Here we will use a filter paper in order to filter the mixtures. Here for example, you can consider a mixture like muddy water. The water contains mud and water particles. So how can we separate the water and the mud separately? For this, take a piece of filter paper and fold it to make a cone as we have shown in the figure. Now, as shown in the apparatus, take a funnel and place the cone shaped filter paper on it and keep a beaker below it in order to filter. Now what shall we do? We can take the muddy water and pour it from up. When we pour it, the neat clear filter will pass the filter paper and reach the beaker, whereas the mud gets separated in the filter paper. Here, when we look into this picture, the liquid which passes through the filter will come down, and this is called as the filtrate, and the insoluble component which is left behind on the filter paper is called as the residue. This process is very easy and they are widely used in laboratories. This is also one kind of separation method, that is filtering using filter paper. So, these are the various methods of separations. Hope you all understood this class. We shall meet with a new topic in the next class. Thank you.